this video is on the topic of inheritance. Before going into the details of inheritance, it is important to remind ourselves of some of the key words of the topic. We remember that a gene is a section of DNA that codes for a characteristic, but an allele is a version of a gene that can code for different versions of the characteristic. For example, there is a gene for eye colour, and that gene has several alleles for different colours, like blue or brown eyes. Make sure not to use these words interchangeably, because you could be penalised in your exam. The physical observable characteristics of the person are known as the phenotype, whereas the alleles that code for them are called the genotype. Every person inherits two of each gene, one from the mother's egg cell and one from the father's sperm cell. These genes can either be two of the same allele or two different ones. If there are two different alleles, then in most cases only one is expressed in the phenotype. The allele that is expressed is called the dominant allele, and the one that is ignored and not expressed is called the recessive allele. There must be two copies of a recessive allele in a genotype in order for it to be expressed in the phenotype. If a genotype has two of the same allele, it is known as homozygous, and if there are two different alleles, it is heterozygous. The prefixes homo and hetero come from the Greek for same and other or different. You can remember other contexts you may have heard these prefixes to help you to remember the meaning of these words. In exams, it is common to be asked to predict the outcomes from genetic crosses. An example of a question is shown here. In order to answer this, you must be able to draw genetic diagrams, also known as Punnett squares. To draw a Punnett square, you must start with a grid. In this case, we're given the genotypes of both parents. One is heterozygous, meaning they have two different alleles, and the other is homozygous recessive, meaning they have two recessive alleles. We fill in the parental genotypes at the top and side of the Punnett square. From there, we can take this information and fill in the rest of the grid. We bring the letters from the top down and the letters from the side across. Once the square is complete, we can use it to predict the likelihood of different genotypes and phenotypes of the offspring. Each blue square represents a 25% likelihood. From this cross, we can see that there is a 50% chance that the offspring are heterozygous and have the brown eye phenotype, and a 50% chance the offspring genotype is homozygous recessive, and a blue eye phenotype. The ratio of phenotypes from this cross is 1:1. Here is another example of a genetic cross using the example of the inherited disease cystic fibrosis. This is slightly more challenging because you're not given the exact genotypes of the parents, but are expected to infer this from the information in the question. If the two non-cystic fibrosis parents are capable of having a child with a different genotype, then that means that the non-cystic fibrosis allele must be dominant. If it were recessive, then none of the children would have cystic fibrosis. We can also imply from this information that both parents are heterozygous, because they are capable of having offspring with a different phenotype, meaning they both passed on the recessive allele to their cystic fibrosis child. In this instance, the parents are called carriers of the cystic fibrosis allele. Let's complete the Punnett square to show the likelihood of them having another child with cystic fibrosis. We can see that 3 of the 4 genotypes have at least one dominant allele, and so do not have cystic fibrosis. And 1 of the 4 options have 2 recessive alleles. This means there is a 1 in 4 or a 25% chance that their next child will have cystic fibrosis. The ratio of potential non-cystic fibrosis to cystic fibrosis children is 3:1. In summary, Every person inherits 2 copies of every gene from each parent. These can come in different versions called alleles. If 2 of the same alleles are inherited, it is called a homozygous genotype. If 2 different alleles are inherited, it is called a heterozygous genotype. If it is heterozygous, the dominant allele is always expressed in the phenotype. The other allele is called recessive. Inheritance can be predicted using genetic diagrams called Punnett squares. Don't forget to check out all our other fantastic revision resources here at Save My Exams.